Last day we had seen the secondary functions of banks, agency services and general utility services. So what are the agency services provided by the banks? Agency services provided by the banks. Femina, Shubham, mute the microphone. Femina, what are the agency services provided by the banks?
Sir, remittance of fund.
Okay. Yes.
Remittance of fund.
Yes. Remittance of fund. Correct.
Deals foreign exchange.
Deals foreign exchange.
Acting as a representative.
Acting as a representative.
They act as agents.
They act as an agent of the government. Next, what are the general utility services provided by the banks? General utility services. Anuj.
Sir, safe custody of valuables.
Safe custody of valuables.
Locker facility.
Locker facility.
Fund transfer.
Fund transfer.
Credit cards. Traveler's check. Traveler's check.
Traveler's check. Okay. So today I am going to start a new topic, that is banking systems in India. So last day I said the introduction, banking systems in India. So we said the apex institution is central bank. So under central bank, there are commercial banks, under commercial bank, public sector bank, then private sector bank, then foreign bank. Next, regional rural bank. Next, cooperative bank. Under cooperative bank, state cooperative bank. District cooperative bank. Then primary credit societies. Primary credit societies. Next, small finance bank. Next, payment bank. Okay, so these are the banking systems in India. Central bank, under central bank, commercial bank, regional rural bank, cooperative bank, small finance bank, and payment bank. Okay, now each one I will explain. So first one is central bank. Okay, so Reserve Bank of India. So we know that every country has a central bank, which is the supreme monetary authority of that country. Supreme monetary authority of that country, because it holds the apex position in the banking structure of a country. Apex. Okay, it is the apex banking structure of the country. Which one? Central bank. So it is a public organization. Central bank is a public organization that usually issues the currency, regulate the money supply, and control the interest rate in the country. It is a public organization that issues the currency, regulate the money supply, and control the interest rate in the country. So the Reserve Bank holds a monopoly on printing the national currency, which is usually served as nation's legal tender. Which one? Central bank. It possesses a monopoly on printing the country's national currency. Then the primary function of Reserve Bank is to provide the national currency, to provide the nation's money supply. Provide the nation's money supply, but more active duties include controlling the interest rate and acting as the lender of last resort. Lender of the last resort to banking sector during the time of financial crisis. If the banks are facing any financial crisis, who will help? Reserve Bank will help, because it is the apex institution in the country. So every banks are working according to the regulation of RBI. So it is the apex institution in the country. So their role is to issue the currency, regulate the money supply, and control the interest rate in the country. That is central bank. Then it may also have a supervisory power. Supervisory power. For what purpose? They got the supervisory power to ensure that the banks and other financial institutions do not behave irresponsibly or deceitfully. So if anyone are doing any irresponsible activity, if anyone are cheating the customers, they can file a case. Okay, so they have a supervisory power. Understand? They can cancel the license. They have the power. They have the supervisory power to ensure that other banks and the financial institution do not behave irresponsibly or deceitfully. That is Reserve Bank. Okay, it is the supreme monetary authority of the country. Okay, that is central bank. So it is an institutions that fulfill the credit needs of banks and other financial institutions. It is an institution that fulfill the credit needs of banks and other financial institutions. So we can tell that it acts as a banker to the banks. It acts as a bankers to the banks, and it acts as a bankers to the government. And it will work for the economic interest of the country. So interest rate also, everything they are deciding. Regulate money supply. Everything they are deciding only. Interest rate, moratorium, everything who are deciding Reserve Bank of India. So Reserve Bank or Central Bank. Okay? So that is Central Bank. It is the apex institution in the banking structure of a country. It is a public organization that issues the currency, then regulate the money supply and control the interest rate. So next, then we will study the detailed functions of RBI. So next one, commercial banks. What do you mean by commercial banks? Means commercial banks are those banks with the object of earning profit, are set up with the object of earning profit. Means this banks performs all type of banking functions. So mainly the banking functions, what are the main banking functions? What are the main banking function? And its main primary function, two only, the primary function.
Giving loans.
Giving loan and accepting deposit. Very good, Anuj. So accepting deposit from the public and lending money. These are the main functions. So this bank accepts a deposit from the public and lend money to trade and industry. So in earlier, the commercial banks will give loans or accepting deposit only for a short period. But now it is extended to the, they are giving a long-term loan or medium-term loan to the customers. Then they are rendering lot of services. We studied agency services, collection of check, draft, dividend, locker facility, safe custody of valuables, pay electricity bill, rent, insurance premium. So every functions they are doing now. Who? Commercial banks. Okay, so that is commercial banks. So again we said commercial banks are again classified into public sector bank, private sector bank and foreign bank. Public sector bank, private sector bank and foreign bank. So what do you buy? Public sector bank. What do you buy? Public sector bank. So public sector banks are those banks in which the majority of the share are held by the government. More than 50% shares are held by the government. That is public sector bank, in which the majority of the shares are held by the government. That is public sector bank. So example. So lot of examples are there. Public sector bank. You can see lot of example. Example. Suppose a Bank of India, Bank of Maharashtra, then Bank of Baroda, means Vijaya Bank and Dana Bank. So Vijaya Bank and Dana Bank is merged to, now it is merged to Bank of Baroda, Vijaya Bank and Dana Bank. So that is public sector bank. Okay. Bank of India, Bank of Maharashtra, Bank of Baroda, then Canara Bank, that is a public sector bank. So one syndicate bank is there that also merged to Canara Bank. So Bank of Baroda, I said Bank of Baroda means Vijaya Bank and Dana Bank. That is already we had Vijaya Bank and Dana Bank. Now it is merged to Bank of Baroda. It is a public sector bank. Understand? Then Canara Bank, then Indian Bank. Indian Bank, that is also a public sector bank. So one bank was there already, Allahabad Bank. Allahabad Bank, that is merged to Indian Bank. Okay, Bank of India, Bank of Maharashtra, Bank of Baroda, then Punjab National Bank, Olden Bank, Punjab National Bank, Punjab National Bank. This is a public sector bank. Then State Bank of India, we know that everywhere we can see State Bank of India. So already we can see a lot of State Bank of Travancore, SBT, that now it is merged to State Bank of India, State Bank of Mysore, State Bank of Hyderabad, State Bank of Jaipur, Indore, everything it is merged to State Bank of India. Okay, so it is a public sector bank. Then UCO Bank, then Union Bank of India, Union Bank of India. So in that Andhra Bank and Corporation Bank, that is emerged to Union Bank. Andhra Bank and Corporation Bank. Corporation Bank.
Corporation Bank.
Corporation Bank. Corporation. That is merged to Union Bank of India. Okay. So these are the public sector bank. What is the speciality of the public sector bank? In which the majority of the shares are held by the government. So because of this, government can emphasis on social objectives besides profitability. So their main objective is to provide service to the people. Besides profit, they are doing some services. So these are the public sector banks. Okay, now you understood what I mean by public sector bank. So you have to understand that what are the public sector bank, examples of public sector bank. So now if you see the bank, then you can easily identify whether public or private. Okay, Bank of India, Bank of Maharashtra, Bank of Baroda, Indian Bank, Punjab National Bank, then Punjab and Sindh Bank. Punjab and Sindh Bank. That is also a Punjab and Sindh. Sindh, SIND Bank. So this also a public sector bank. Okay, clear? So public sector banks are the banks in which the majority shares are held by the government. So their main objective is to provide service to the people besides profit. So next one is private sector bank. So what do you mean by private sector bank? Opposite. Private sector banks are those banks in which the majority shares are held by the private individuals. In which the majority of the shares are held by the private individuals. That is private bank. But subject to the regulation of the RBI. They can accept deposit. They can give loan, but subject to the regulation of the RBI. They have to follow the RBI, but it is owned by the private individual. Such banks are known as private banks. So lot of example is there. Axis Bank, that is private bank. Bandhan Bank, it is Kolkata. Next, CSB, Catholic Service Bank, Catholic Syrian Bank. It is a private sector. You can see in Mala also, Catholic Syrian Bank. It is a private bank. Then Federal Bank, Thrissur only Catholic Syrian Bank. Federal Bank, Kochi, headquarter. Federal Bank. Then we can tell Dhanalakshmi, Thrissur. Dhanalakshmi Bank. Then we can see South Indian Bank. That is a private bank. South Indian Bank.
Sir, it is federal or federal?
Federal. 1 minute. Okay, sorry. Federal Bank. Okay. Federal Bank. Federal Bank. Okay. Bandhan Bank, Catholic Syrian Bank, Federal Bank. These are the Kerala's. Private bank, Catholic Syrian Bank, Federal Bank, then Lakshmi Bank, South Indian Bank, then City Union Bank, Tamil Nadu City Union Bank, then HDFC Bank, HDFC, it is a private bank, ICICI Bank, HDFC, ICICI, then IndusLand Bank, this is a private bank, IndusLand Bank, then Karnataka Bank, next Kotak Mahindra Bank, examples, then Yes Bank, these are the main, then Karur Vyasa Bank, Jammu and Kashmir Bank, Lakshmi Vilas Bank, Tamil Nadu, Nainatal Bank, Uttarakhand. Okay, so these are the private sector bank. Okay, so Axis Bank, Bandhan Bank, we can see Catholic Syrian Bank, Federal Bank, then Lakshmi Bank, South Indian Bank, City Union Bank, HDFC, ICICI. So you can see everywhere we can see these banks. Okay, IndusLand Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Karnataka Bank, Yes Bank, Mumbai, Maharashtra. Okay, so these are the private sector bank. Next one, foreign bank. So what do you mean by foreign bank? Banks having a place of business in India, but with a foreign origin. Okay, banks having a place of business in India, but with a foreign origin. Such a type of banks are called foreign bank. So these are owned and managed by the foreign promoters. Such banks are called foreign bank. So they operate in line with the market forces. So such banks are called foreign bank. Means banks having a place of business in India, but with a foreign origin. So here they are running the business, but with a foreign origin. Such a type of banks are called foreign bank. Example, HSBC, American Express. These are the foreign bank. American Express. Next, Bank of America, Citibank, DBS Bank, next, Bank of China, Doha Bank, Shinhan Bank, so these are the example of foreign bank. Then Chartered Bank, Hong Kong Bank, Chartered Bank, okay, so these are the foreign banks. Okay, HSBC, American Express, Bank of America, Citibank, DBS, CTBC Bank, Bank of China, Doha Bank, Shinhan Bank. So these are the foreign bank. Okay, so you have to study the examples for your understanding only. Okay, so whenever we use the bank, you can easily understand whether public sector or private sector. Okay, that is commercial bank classification. So next classification is regional rural bank. Sharat, next one is regional rural bank. So what do you mean by regional rural banks? RRBS. So these are the state-sponsored regional rural oriented bank. Okay, these are the state-sponsored regional rural oriented bank. Okay, they provide loan for agricultural and rural development. That is regional rural bank. So the main objective of regional rural bank is to develop the rural economy. So that is their main objective, regional rural bank. Okay, the main objective of regional rural bank is to develop the rural economy. So their customers include small and marginal farmers, then landless laborers, their borrowers include small and marginal farmers, landless laborers, artisans, and small entrepreneurs in rural areas. And small entrepreneurs in rural areas. So their customers are include small and marginal farmers, landless laborers, artisans, and small entrepreneurs in rural areas. Okay, so then their apex authority is NABARD. NABARD is the apex authority in the agricultural and rural development. In the agricultural and rural credit, NABARD holds the apex position. So their main authority is NABARD. NABARD only providing fund to the regional rural bank. So we can see lot of regional rural bank. So Grameen Bank, so Kerala Grameen Bank, Maharashtra Grameen Bank, Jammu Kashmir Grameen Bank, Andhra Pradesh Grameen Bank. So with Grameen Bank, that is a regional rural bank. So their main objective is to develop the rural economy, to provide credit for agricultural and rural development. For that purpose only they are providing credit. So their main area of operation is limited to rural area. So they are selecting the workers, staff from the rural area only, regional rural banks. Now already they are giving credit only to the rural area. Their operation only to the rural area, but now it is extended to the urban area also. Okay, so that is regional rural bank. This share capital. So who given the share capital fund to the regional rural bank? Central government, then state government, and public sector bank. They provide fund to the regional rural bank. So through that only they are providing credit for agricultural and rural development. Okay, central bank, public sector bank, and that's why it is a state-sponsored regional rural bank. Government of India, state government, central government, and which one? Public sector bank. They are providing fund to the regional rural bank. Means 35% amount. If you suppose 1 lakh is the share capital, means 35,000 will provide by the central bank. Government of India, 1 minute, sorry. So it is generally owned by the Government of India, then public sector bank, and government of the state. Government of India, they are giving 50%. Then public sector bank, they are giving 35%, and state government 15%. So their fund are getting from Government of India 50%, then government of the state government 15%, public sector bank 35%. Okay, so they are getting fund from government, state government, and central government, and from public sector bank. So it is a state-sponsored regional rural bank. Example: Kerala Grameen Bank, Maharashtra Grameen Bank, Andhra Pradesh Grameen Bank, Jammu Kashmir Grameen Bank. So these are the example of regional rural bank. Okay, so first I said main apex authority, Reserve Bank of India. So it is the supreme monetary authority of that country. It is a public organization that usually issues the currency, regulate the money supply, and control the interest rate in the country. Okay, so it also has supervisory power to ensure that banks and other institutions do not behave irresponsibly or deceitfully. So it acts as a banker to the banks and a banker to the government. Next, I said commercial banks. So what do you mean by commercial banks? Commercial banks, these banks performs all type of banking functions. Means it accepts deposits and lend money to the people, to the businessmen, to the industry. Then commercial banks are again classified into public sector bank, private sector bank, and foreign banks. So what do you mean by public sector banks? Public sector banks are those banks in which the majority of the share capital are held by the governments. Okay, That is public sector bank. Example, we said a lot of example: Bank of India, Bank of Maharashtra, SBI, Bank of Baroda, UCO Bank, Punjab National Bank. We studied. Next, Syndicate Bank. Everything we studied. Next, private sector bank. Private sector banks are those banks in which the majority of the shares are held by the private individuals. So, example, we said Axis Bank, Bandhan Bank, Catholic Service Bank, Catholic Syrian Bank, Federal Bank, Dhanalakshmi Bank, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank. Next, we said the foreign bank. So, what in by foreign bank? Banks having a place of business in India, but with a foreign origin, because it is owned. These organizations are banks are owned and managed by the foreign promoters. Example: HSBC, American Express, Bank of America, DBS Bank, then Chartered Bank, Hong Kong Bank, Shinhan Bank. Example we said. Next we said about the regional rural bank. Next classification. So these are the state-sponsored regional rural bank. So they provide credit for agricultural and rural development. So the main objective of regional rural bank is to develop the rural economy. So their borrowers include small and marginal farmers, landless laborers, artisans, and small entrepreneurs in rural areas. Okay. So then we said, so these are the banking structure. So next class, we will study the remaining banking systems, cooperative bank and small finance bank and payment banks. Okay. So any doubt related with the topic? Any doubts? Answer. Any doubts? Shubham, any doubts? Irfan, any doubts? Any doubts? Okay, so thank you all. Have a nice day.